All right. I have been thinking about it. The definition, this is the definition of a real, this kind of beast. This is the original beast. Esau. Anytime, let me give you the definition of what that is. Our people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right, lived in a poor condition for decades, right? As the enemy, as the Caucasian people, right? They run the world, they run the government, right? Um, when anytime you can take divide what when I say all right communities, right? They put we live in separate communities, right? The communities that we live in, the communities that they live in, right? They live in rich communities. You see, the poor is suffering, right? The poor is suffering. Here it is, so-called 2023. I'm just saying because we've been lied to. We don't know whether it's 2023 or whatever. We just saying it based up off of the knowledge that's been given to us. Just like our people walk around here and they say African American, right? Look how they're able to ride in the best of the best right there. But anytime you can, the main people that then committed the worst crime is the same people that lock people up in jails, put our people in poor communities, and just live off of the benefits while blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, while we sit at the bottom. And you see what I'm saying? You're a beast. If you can put a group of, now that's what you call the definition of not being human. You're not a real, true human being. You are a beast that put somebody in the worst of condition and then want to walk around here and say, God bless America. Same people. What God, I'd like to know what God they're talking about because only a beast, not somebody who got a godly sense of human, would put somebody in a community and say you can only qualify for this if you get food stamps or if you get such and such or if you get this or if you get this and that and the third. You is the definition of 100% of a beast. You is worse than drug addicts. You ain't nowhere near a drug addict. Drug addicts wouldn't nearby. Drug addicts are not nearby as black drug addicts. It's not nearby as bad as Esau, the Caucasian man. One thing about the drug addict and our people that chill in the hood, we don't go around get in our cars and get in another car, what we call a so-called police car, and targeted a man of color in his car just for minding his own business. Only a beast would do that. That's the definition of a beast. George Floyd, for example, right? Only a beast would kill or even think. Why would you even think about, I mean, think about it, murdering a human being? Just to think about that, it's just like, how can, like, how can you exist and live on the earth and live amongst our people and have murder, and then walk around like nothing never happened. You still go around as so-called white men and just pull out people over in cars, stuff like that. The biggest threats to society is white supremacy. That they are the biggest number one main threat. Excuse me. Yeah, they are the biggest number one main threat because they are the ones that's heartless. Yeah, that's what you consider a beast. The definition of a beast is this kind of behavior. The definition of that kind of beast. What kind of behavior does Esau have? The Caucasian man. Well, I mean, yeah. What kind of beast does the Caucasian man have? When you see him, you don't see him as protectors. No, you don't see him as protectors. You see what I'm saying? They ain't godly. They are not naturally godly by nature at all. No, the Caucasian man is naturally evil by nature. Like I said, drug addicts ain't nowhere near that. If you even look at bumblebees, yellow jackets, and stuff, they not gonna even bother you like at all. The only time they'll bother you if you come in their space. Yeah, that's the only time that they will come at you. But that's the definition of a beast. Is when somebody's sitting down. If I'm like me sitting down here, right? Then you have a so-called white person walk out there and say, "Excuse me, so and so, you can't blah 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 and blah blah and sit there and this and that and the third, right?" They'll come out here and just say something. Now you ain't doing nothing. You pay taxes here. You do all that type of stuff here. You know what I mean? They come out. You can just be minding your own business. They just gonna come out and just fuck with you. You know? Yeah. So, so who is the worst? Yeah, of course they are. And then they'll be quick to tell you that you're a racist. You need to down and pipe it down. You know? Yeah. But they are the ones that are messing with our people, really. Our people. You can see it every day. A friend wouldn't want to put you in captivity. That's not the definition of a friend. Yeah, a friend won't put you in captivity. A friend ain't gonna put his knee on your neck for 10 minutes, seconds until you're dead. That's not a real friend. And guess what? They still living to this day. Like you you're a beast. That's the definition of a beast. You're not born human. The word human means color. You're not human. If you could, and especially for decades, if you allow people, our people, is to live in these poor conditions for decades and do nothing about it, and just every day it gets daylight and it gets dark when the sun come up in the morning. They don't have no videos out there doing nothing for our people at all. You see what I'm saying? They don't. They don't have nothing. They not do. They have what? What have they done for our people? What good thing? Think about it. A lot of people. What good thing have they done since they've been on this planet, this earth? Nothing but cause destruction and stir up confusion, and it's just been drama. It's just been chaos. Yeah, all on the planet ever since. It's just been chaos and everything. Yeah. Um, the main enemy, they train our women is to be the enemy against their own man. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's almost a shame. It's hurtful, and it's sad to walk out here in society knowing that these people's both fathers and they continuing on the legacy of corrupting the earth. That's why the Bible said if his children be multiplied on the earth, it is for the sword. That's why he said if their children be multiplied, it's for the sword. It's crazy, man. But that's what a beast, that's the definition of a beast. If you put somebody in a poor community and make them suffer for decades, and here it is, so-called 2023, what changed? Nothing. And I say so-called 2023 because you don't know what year it is. It can be saying 2023, and it can be 9976 or whatever you want. I'm just making up something. You don't know what it is. You know, you just don't know no more. Yep. So that's what it's all about. That's what you call like having a warrant out for somebody's arrest. They shouldn't even be talking about having a warrant out for a so-called black or Hispanic or Native American arrest for no crime. They ain't got no even got no. They shouldn't even be on that burner talking about courtrooms and this and that, going into about the judge, this and that. They shouldn't even have the authority is to get up and even say nothing about no crime or nothing. When they done committed hundreds, and they killed over 100 million natives over here. That ain't even compared to what our people done. Our people that have been on drugs, been drug addicts on the streets and stuff. That ain't nowhere near a drug addict, because a drug addict don't even go around and harass people like that. And the only reason why a lot of our people go out and they probably commit the crimes that they do are probably when they trying to survive. If you find a brother, a sister coming, a sister, or let's say a brother out here, a so-called black man, I'm just saying, if he is committing the crime that they think for a robbery or something like that, if they doing all that and they flash them on TV like that, it's because of the white men, the so-called white men, got this system in place like this here to where it's set up like that to where this man, all out the brothers, the black, Hispanic, and Native American men, they have no other choice. They do that. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna sit up here and get mad at my brothers when I'm knowing the condition behind this shit. No, I'm not gonna do that. You got to look at the deeper picture. See, most people ain't gonna look at it like that. Most people ain't. No. I mean, that's what I would bring to the forefront. Why are they doing that? That's why you'll never see me get on my camera as long as I live and sit up here and go against my own brother like that. How crazy would that be? Maybe that's why I don't get very many views. And so, well, look, let me back up. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. Let me just say that first and foremost. my people, to me, when I know that my people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are good, then hey, the rest is history. I ain't worried about nothing else. My people is more important than anything in this world, man. Although we may be divided, we may have some issues with each other. You know what I'm saying? But that's, you know what I'm saying. We don't like it, but I understand why it exists. You see what I'm saying? So I shouldn't. I'm not, I don't want to sit up here and be more angry at my brother than I am the enemy who put our people in this condition the way that they are, and divided us the way that we are. You know what I'm saying? But you would never see me get on here and degrade my people. When I first came to YouTube, you can go back and look at my videos from 2013. And when I first came to YouTube, and you will see the first videos, you'll see me what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And then not only that, way before I even came to YouTube, and I say it all the time, I have videos out there. I have videos, excuse me, way before YouTube was even thought of, my mind was here. Like I wanted to, I didn't know what it was, but all I know that I wanted to, I was just had this spirit and this concern for my community. You see what I'm saying? I don't know why, just something just came over me. Then come to find out, in 2018 is when I came into this truth, you know, like knowing who the chosen people are. And I'm like, oh, that's why I had that on. Didn't even know that this information was in the Bible, but that's 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 really a powerful how you never heard it before. Didn't realize you were speaking it coming from the Bible, didn't even know it was in the Bible. And that I said, man, that is really dope, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, it just resonated like right off the spot. You know what I'm saying? And so I always had a desire is that I wanted to try to do something for my community. I didn't know what it was. You see what I'm saying? So that's all I wake up every day and I talk about. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what's on my mind. Ain't nothing else is more important to me than my family. My blacks, Hispanics, Native American people are good, bro. That's it. That's all I'm worried about, bro. I ain't worried about nothing else. Nothing else on this planet matters to me. That's why I said I may be in a bad, poor condition right now, but that's all right. You know what I'm saying? It reminds me of Moses. You know what I'm saying? Moses said that in the Bible. It's in the old in Exodus, and they got it in Acts 2. They said Moses choose to enjoy. He choose to suffer affliction with his people than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. You see what I'm saying? So being right, I mean, you know, like I said, let's just push everything off to the side right now. Wealth, all that type of stuff, not being to where I need to be right now. My focus right now at this moment, even though is like I consider not having everything that I want, and growing up in poor and going in a poverty poor condition or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Not being, when I say poor, when I say poor, not being like at the top, owning businesses and being able to just not work. You can, you ain't got to worry about being targeted by nobody or nothing like that. No, I'm talking about that. But I'm talking about when I say poor, like I'm talking about being at the top. That's what I'm talking about. Not having all that type of stuff. Never owned a car and all that. You looking at a man that never owned a car and all that type of stuff. And that, even so what? Even you do have a lot of people that own cars, but I'm just saying, right now that's not important right now. What's important right now? Hold on, let me turn this. Got music.